What's good, y'all? So Forbes just recently came out with their listing of the top combat sports entertainment franchises or leagues. And I thought it would be interesting to take a look at it and really understand, does the UFC even have any competition? Who else is out there that's actually making waves in this space? And does the UFC have anything to worry about at all? So it came from Forbes, who obviously they know a lot about money. They do a ton of other lists. So I think it would be interesting to take a look at this list and see what else is going on out there. So let's see. So coming in at number 10 at 120 million, they're worth 120 million, is Combate Global. And I know that they focus primarily on Spanish speaking areas. Their estimated revenue for 2023 was 18 million. Operator Campbell McLaurin, and the top draws are Christian Perez, Ramiro Jimenez, and Gisela Luna. So I think they have a few TV deals and things of that nature. So I think that they're doing very well for their space. That's pretty cool. They're leading the charge there. Moving up the list, and this is a significant jump, worth 450 million, is Golden Boy Promotions. Estimated revenue 2023, 70 million. Oscar De La Hoya, operator, and top draws are Ryan Garcia, Jaime Manjuya, and Marlene Esparza. This dude right here, if that's your top draw, you might have some things going on, because that dude ain't wrapped too tight. Something wrong with that dude. I think he just missed weight too. Yeah, I don't know if I would be putting a lot of money into backing this dude with the way that his mind is working right now. He's in trouble, and he's going to be in trouble in that fight against Devin Haney. But Golden Boy Promotion coming in number 9. Look at this dude. He's got the praying hands. Anytime you got the praying hands, you're doing well financially. You don't take pictures with praying hands if you're not happy. So you got the little smirk going on. Canelo Alvarez, probably the top earner in boxing, under Premier Boxing Championships, PBC. They're worth $600 million. His estimated revenue there was $95 million in 2023. Al Heyman is the operator, and as mentioned, Canelo Alvarez, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Terrence Bud Crawford are the top draws. And I think that all three of those people passed the grandma test. Everybody's grandma probably knows who those people are, or at least heard of those names, or can pick them out and say, okay, I know that face. PBC is pretty top notch. Top Rank is worth $630 million, so just a shade over PBC. 2023 revenue is 100 million. Bob Arum is the operator, and top draws are Tyson Fury, Naoya Inoue, and Shakur Stevenson. Now, Tyson Fury definitely passes the grandma test, but Inoue and Stevenson probably don't. But they've had some pretty big fights involving, some crossover from MMA, being it Francis Ngannou, that have kind of helped propel them into more of a spotlight in certain instances. But Tyson Fury on his own is just a big draw. So Top Rank, that's a pretty stellar 2023 that they had. Coming in at number 6, and this is interesting. Here's the PFL. Better than PBC and better than Top Rank. Isn't that surprising? Estimated revenue was 110 million. Don Davis is the operator, and their top draws, now this is puzzling, Francis Ngannou and Impa Kasangane. Now, Impa Kasangane has fought there for a decent period of time, won a belt, but doesn't quite pass the grandma test, I would say. There's a lot of people who watch combat sports that may not know who he is, even though he's a very, very good fighter. Now, Francis Ngannou, I mean, unless I'm misremembering, I don't think that he's ever fought in the PFL. Yeah, he signed to them, sure, but he's never fought there. So as a top draw, how does that work? I don't know, but they're here. Moving up the list, back to boxing, Matchroom Boxing at 850 million. And we got Anthony Joshua right there, who I think might be the best heavyweight boxer in the world. You know, it's debatable, but he's definitely in the conversation. The top or the revenue for 2023 was 134 million, ran by Eddie Hearn, and as mentioned, Anthony Joshua. Katie Taylor, who might be the best female boxer on the planet. Obviously, you got Clarissa Shields still out there, Amanda Serrano, but Katie Taylor's in that conversation. And then Dimitri Bivol, who is also an elite boxer. Matchroom is very, very good, and actually kind of leaps and bounds ahead of Top Rank and PBC if you really look at it. Oh, here we go. And you can tell by the glove who's coming up next. We've got one championship. Interesting. $1.3 billion one championship is worth. Revenue for 2023 was 140 million. Ran by Chatri Sityodong, and the top draws are Christian Lee, Stamp Fairtex, and Anatoly Malikin. And the one that sticks out here is definitely Stamp. Stamp is huge over there and is definitely starting to filter over here. If you have not watched her fight or watched her ring entrance or just consumed her social media, she is definitely a character and very engaging and somebody that you'll love to root for. I think that they really will continue to continue to push her. I think she has a fight coming up, but yeah, she's a big deal. And one championship, I've heard negative things about them as when it comes to their business practices and who they've been involved in. And I've also heard that they don't really make money, but according to Forbes, they did make 140 million, and they are number 4 on this list. So moving on up, now we get to the combat sports entertainment portion of the list. And obviously this is going to be AEW, but what's interesting about this page is, or this picture is, we've got Jade Cargill over here. She's in the WWE now. She's featured at WrestleMania. We've got Cody, who was most definitely featured at WrestleMania. And then we got The Big Show, who came from the WWE. So I guess they're taking what they can get, you know, a la what PFL and Bellator do to the UFC. But nevertheless, the AEW is worth $2 billion. That's pretty good, especially compared to, you know, the boxing portion down there. You have to put 2 boxing promotions together to even get close to what AEW is worth. Their annual revenue, or their 2023 revenue, was $250 million. Operator Tony Khan. The top draws are the Young Bucks, Jon Moxley, and Kenny Omega. So they're obviously not marketing to my age demographic, because I don't know who any of those people are. And I would doubt that anybody's grandmother would either, but they don't need me. They are doing very well on their own. Moving on up, we got WWE. So we got the TKO portion of the list. WWE is worth $6.8 billion, clearly more than the entire list put together. Their revenue for 2023 was actually tops on this entire list, which is $1.33 billion. Operators Nick Khan, and the top draws are all household names. We got Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Rhea Ripley. WrestleMania was amazing. They know how to put on an event and make it a spectacle. The fact that they've stretched that out to not just be one day, but move it over 2 days, I'm super surprised that they were able to successfully do that. And I'm pretty sure they're going to make that a thing going forward. So WWE is doing the right things, and TKO, I'm sure, are very happy with them. But on to the daddy of this, the UFC. You see who they got here? This is interesting, isn't it? I know a lot of y'all don't like this man, But for whatever you think about him, he puts butts in seats. Not on the Conor level, but he's not too shabby. And number one, we got the UFC at $11.3 billion. Their annual revenue for 2023 was $1.29 billion, a shade under WWE. So those were some interesting board meetings, I'm sure. Dana White is the operator. Top draws, Israel Adesanya, John Jones, and this one's interesting. Did y'all see this one coming? The Sugar Show. So according to Forbes, the Sugar is the top 3 earner for the UFC. I'm interested to see what y'all say about that. Now, I don't know how legit any of these things are. And this is an article that somebody wrote, but the fact that they put this person here, I think that says something. So nevertheless, I think the UFC is doing amazing. Now, whether that filters down to the remaining parts of the roster, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it, but I do know that their spot amongst their peers is solidified and nobody's even close. But let me know what y'all think. Does anybody ever touch the UFC when it comes to making money and being worth the top when it comes to their market space? Let me know what y'all think. Till next time.